The Igbo Apprenticeship program, simply put, can be defined as a wealth distribution system through which the Igbo people have successfully distributed wealth among themselves for decades. A lot has been said about the apprenticeship program, with many focusing on the good side of the program. In this video, I am going to talk about both the pros and cons of the Igbo Apprenticeship program, otherwise known as Igba boy in Igbo language. Let us start from the very beginning. In those days, when an Igbo businessman begins his journey in the world of business, mostly in the business of buying and selling, a time comes when his business begins to experience exponential growth and his wealth also increasing beyond his control. He then sees the need to expand his trade networks by opening new shops and in some cases venturing into new lines of businesses. But just as you have imagined, he cannot do it alone. Upon realizing the need to employ more hands and brains to enable him pursue his goal, the Igbo trader mostly goes back to his village in search of workers in the name of one boy, which is more or less like a servant. The Igbo apprenticeship program is made for the male child alone, and the reason may not be far from the fact that the Igbo culture forbids a single and young lady from living by herself, far away from her parents. Normally, the Igbo culture prefers that a girl should move away from her parents' house only when she's moving into her husband's house. Aside from the village, the Igbo trader can also source for a one boy from within the community where his business is located, but there must be a strong referrer in form of a guarantor who is ready to vouch for the one boy and his family. Now, one of the reasons the traders prefer to pick a one boy from their village is because they know the family of the boy and can hold them responsible in the event the boy decides to run away with the trader's money. These traders don't just target honest and trustworthy boys for the apprenticeship program. They mostly prefer boys who have no intention or the means to further their education, because the apprenticeship program requires the one boy to focus and not to be distracted by anything, not even a formal education. Once a trader sees a potential one boy, he goes ahead to discuss with his family or guardian, and a verbal agreement is reached. In the early days of the Igbo apprenticeship program, and because the boys were usually taken in their early teenage age, the trader and the parent of the one boy usually agrees for a term of between 10 to 15 years. So, by implication, the one boy has to live and serve the master for at least 10 years before he can be made free to start his journey as a man of his own. During the period of the program, the one boy will be taken through series of business skills and knowledge, while he renders several forms of services to his master, the trader. As a one boy, it is your job to do laundry services for your master, wash his car, clean the house, fetch water, and run errands. And if your master is single, then it is also your job to do the cooking for the both of you. Just like formal education, the Igbo apprenticeship program offers different levels of learning at every stage of the one boy program. At first, he is taught the basic rules of customer service and interaction, followed by basic economics, business mathematics, and marketing. After some period of years, the one boy is then introduced into stock checking and record keeping, and it is at this stage that he can be trusted with huge sums of monies by his master. As time goes on, his master, having gained confidence in the one boy, can then entrust him with some money and assign him to travel to meet their suppliers so he can learn how to restock and buy new wares from major distributors. Now, when a one boy gets to this stage, he can be assigned the rank of a shop manager, especially if there are other one boys after him. At this point, he is more or less an assistant to his master. He is empowered to make business decisions on behalf of the trader, his master. It is possible that within the first 4 years, the one boy may have learned all the necessary knowledge and skills needed to start and run a business successfully, and one could think that it won't be out of place to settle him so he can be on his own. Well, it is the duty of the master or trader to examine the one boy to know if he has fully developed the level of maturity and attitude needed to stand alone in the harsh business world. Growing up among businessmen I've seen countless Nwa boys that mismanaged and squandered their business capital after a few years of settlement. So, to guard against such occurrence, the trader can decide to open a new shop for the Nwa boy, stock the shop, and allow him to manage the shop for a year, after which they will come together and appraise his performance. This stage of mentorship allows the Nwa boy to develop the confidence that he will be needing when he is finally settled to stand on his own. Now, just like every other program, the Igbo Apprenticeship program have its pros and cons. Why many millionaires, captains of industries, business tycoons, billionaire traders have been and is still being produced by the program. Many who have passed through the apprenticeship program are today frustrated and nowhere in the business world. And to help you appreciate this very well, let us go through the pros and cons of the Igbo Apprenticeship program. It provides a platform for growth, especially for those who have no hope for survival. The Igbo Apprenticeship program offers an informal way of learning business management. The program also provides a platform for self-development and general economic growth. When the Nwa boy is settled, he can take advantage of his master's business network while he builds his own. I know that there are numerous advantages of the program, but I want to allow you to mention some in the comment section. It could be your experience or that of someone else. Now, let's talk about the bad side of the Igbo Apprenticeship program. When a Nwa boy is taken to go stay with his master, the agreement is usually done verbally, and the agreement doesn't state the amount of money that will be given to the Nwa boy after serving his term. So, most times, the Nwa boy is left at the mercy of his master, who can decide not to give him a dime after his time with him. Similarly, some of the Nwa boys are made to go through unfavorable and harsh conditions during their time with their masters, like passing the night in the shops, sleeping late and waking up very early, and enduring maltreatment from their master's wife. On the other hand, we've had situations where a Nwa boy after some time will decide to steal his master's money, and in some cases, this can ruin the business career of his master, bringing him from the very top to the bottom. The Igbo apprenticeship system has been traced to ancient times, but seems to have gained lots of relevance and attention since after the Biafran War. The system has accelerated wealth distribution among the Igbo people, and good enough, it is being copied by some other tribes in Nigeria today. Nowadays, and as education is becoming more popular, young boys are beginning to shy away from the program. Most young boys don't have the patience to endure years of unfavorable conditions and treatment while they learn the rudiments of business development and management. As a way of making the program more attractive, I think there's a need to refine the program so as to pull more young boys into the apprenticeship program. Tell me, what do you think can be done to better the Igbo Apprenticeship program? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.